Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Divyam Gandhi and today we are going to talk about mindfulness meditation. For most people, when they hear the word meditation, this is the image that comes to mind. And while meditation can be a spiritual practice, scientists have spent a long time researching about the benefits of meditation on human body, especially mindfulness meditation. Now, before we talk about the scientific benefits of mindfulness meditation, let us talk about what mindfulness meditation is. Mindfulness meditation is the practice of being present. It is a way to train your mind to be present in each and every situation. And while this might help tremendously in your spiritual growth, being mindful has proven to have amazing effects on the brain. Being mindful really helps you reduce your stress and anxiety. It really helps to improve the quality of your sleep. Practicing mindful meditation has been proven to increase gray matter in your brain over time. The increase in gray matter helps thicken the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for your activities like increasing concentration and awareness and decision making, the big tasks. Practicing meditation actually increases the serotonin level in your brain, which is the hormone responsible for happiness and reducing depression. I was actually reading a Vogue article a few days back, and it said that practicing meditation can have the same amount of effect as an antidepressant. It also had a lot of other facts about practicing meditation and the effects that it has on the brain. I will link down the article below. Meditation is also beneficial in a lot of other ways for your brain and your body. And if you want to know more about it, please use Google just like I did. For now, I'm here to help you give 7 tips and advices to help you get started with practicing mindfulness meditation. Tip number 1, start small. When you're starting with meditation, even the idea of sitting down for 10 to 15 minutes can be really daunting. And you don't want to start there. It can get really exhausting really fast and you won't be able to continue for a lot of days. It's a better idea to start small as you can and as small as it feels easy for you. You can start with 1 to 2 minutes per day. Now I know with generic advice, 1 to 2 minutes seems really small, but it is a good place to start. I actually heard an audiobook, How to Train Your Mind by Chris Bailey, and the book is about the productivity benefits of meditation. And in his book, he says that practicing 2 minutes every single day is more beneficial than practicing for 2 hours once a week. So it doesn't matter where you start or how small you start. All you have to do is be consistent with it and you can increase it with time. If even 1 or 2 minutes seems like a really long time to you in the beginning, you can just start with taking really deep breaths. You can start with taking 5 to 10 breaths and then go on from there. Taking a few deep breaths at a time or just focusing on your breath for 1 to 2 minutes is such a small activity that you can take out time for it anytime during the day and you can do it anywhere, even while sitting in a cab or traveling in a metro. So that is tip number 1. Start small. Tip number 2 is to use guided meditation. If sitting down and just focusing on your breath is too overwhelming for you and your mind feels really chaotic, and if it's very tough for you to concentrate, you can actually use guided meditation. Guided meditation is when you actually do the meditation with somebody instructing you. So in these guided meditations, they actually take you through the whole meditation and you just have to follow along. It is easier to follow and it can work great for beginners. You can use apps like Headspace or Calm for these guided meditations, or you can also use YouTube. A lot of guided meditations are available on YouTube. One other option you have is to use sounds. You can use sounds of nature playing in your ears while you're focusing on your breath. Even that helps a lot. Or you can just use white noise. Tip number 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is an activity that I actually learned from Pickup Lines. She's a YouTuber who talks about plant-based lifestyle. So in a video of hers, she was talking about mindfulness and she talked about this activity and it was a really fun and easy activity to do. And what this activity does, it uses all of your 5 senses to ground you in the present moment. And it is very easy to do and it takes like less than 2 minutes and you can do it anywhere at any place. You can do it while you're showering, you can do it in your office, you can do it anywhere at any time. How to do this activity is wherever you are and whenever you decide to do it. The first thing that you do is focus on 5 things around you that you can see with your eyes. The next, you focus on 4 things that you can hear with your ears. Then you focus on 3 things that you are touching with your skin. And then you focus on 2 things that you can smell with your nose. And then focus on 1 thing that you can taste with your tongue. You use all the 5 senses, you involve all the 5 senses and ground yourself in the present moment and focus on everything around you. This can be a great exercise if you're feeling very anxious or you're on the verge of having a panic attack, because it gets you out of your head and into the present moment and makes you focus on things around you rather than your thoughts. It is also a great exercise if you're just overthinking and you want to get out of your head for a while. So that was tip number 3. This activity can be done at any time and as many times as you want during the day. The more you do it, the better it is. Tip number 4. Don't expect your mind to be quiet. Now, this is something that I used to do, and I think a lot of people have this misconception when they actually start with meditation. They think that as soon as they sit down to meditate, their mind is supposed to go blank and everything is just supposed to go quiet and no thoughts should come into their head, which is completely wrong. Thoughts are a constant. Thoughts are always going to be there. You cannot remove thought. It's just not something that is possible. Even when you've done meditation for years, it is not a very easy task to actually have a blank mind. So going into meditation thinking that you're actually going to have a blank mind is going to become a very big hindrance for you, because that's not how it works. The purpose of meditation is not to give you a blank mind. It is not for you to make your thoughts disappear. It is for you to become aware of your thoughts, to see, to observe, to realize that what you're thinking, what your brain is thinking. And the more you practice meditation, the more aware you become. So don't expect to have a blank mind. You will never have one. Your purpose is not to make your thoughts disappear, but to actually become aware of what they are. Tip number 5. Treat meditation like any other skill. Whenever you try and learn a new skill, you are never perfect at it from the beginning. You practice and practice and practice, and sometimes it gets very frustrating, but eventually you start getting better. And that is exactly how it works with meditation. Meditation is just like working on any other skill. When you focus on your breath, after a while, thoughts will appear in your mind. And let's face it, you're going to drift away with them. You're going to think about them, and then that thought will lead to another thought, and that thought will lead to another thought, and a train will follow. And after a while, you'll remember that, oh, I was meditating. And then you'll feel guilty, and then you'll beat yourself up that, oh my God, I can't even meditate. What is this? I'm useless and worthless, and all that negative self-talk. But that's not how it's supposed to work. This is a skill that you need to develop. The art of being present. You have to learn it. You have to practice it. So every time you drift off while thinking thoughts and you remember that you were meditating, come back to it. Come back to focusing on your breath. And do this repeatedly every single day till that gap when you drift away and you realize you were meditating, it shortens. And it will shorten with time because you get better with practice at every single skill. So there is no need to get frustrated if you forget to focus on your breath and you drift away with your thoughts. It's very natural and it's supposed to happen. And that is how you will practice more and get better at it. So treat meditation like any other skill. Tip number 6. Approach meditation with a childlike curiosity. I was actually watching a Headspace video a while ago, and it was a very short video, and it talked about approaching meditation with a childlike curiosity. Like how a child is curious about things. They're not afraid, they're not expecting things to be something. They just want to experience. They want to touch the balloon and see how it will be. They laugh when it bounces because they're not expecting it to happen. And it's just a whole energy of wonder and excitement and just curiosity. And that is how you should approach meditation. Instead of expecting it to lead to some results, or instead of expecting it to feel a certain way, maybe try and approach it with curiosity, with a new experience, as a new experience. See what it will result to, see how you feel, see how things change, and just embrace that curiosity, just embrace the experience. Instead of expecting it to lead somewhere, just try to enjoy it and try to be curious about it. Don't worry about the consequences or where this will lead or what will change in my life. Just experience. And last, tip number 7, be patient. Being patient is so important because meditation is not an activity that results in instant gratification. What that means is you're not going to instantly feel the effects. And that is why it is very tough for people to stick with it for the long term, because the results are not immediately visible. But if you're consistent with it and you're regular with it, meditation will start showing tremendous amount of results in every single area of your life. Not just your concentration or your patience, but every single thing. Your productivity increases, your energy levels increases, your happiness increases. Every single thing in your life gets better. It does take around 2 to 3 months to actually start showing significant results in your life. But if you stick with it, it is really, really worth it. So be patient with yourself and with meditation, and please, please, please stick with it. So these were the 7 tips to get you started with mindfulness meditation. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel. I make similar content around up-leveling your life in every way. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please comment down below. I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for sticking till the end. I will see you in my next video. Bye.